Hello, my name is Megan Colvin, and this is my video for my Makerspace project for Info 5720 for the fall 2021 semester. So first, I just wanted to go into detail about what a makerspace was. Basically, a makerspace is quite literally a space where students and people alike are allowed to make things as creative as they can. They can be something as simplistic as a place where a teacher puts leftover scraps of paper and crayons and art supplies and allows students to do it as a classroom center or a what to do when you're finished station, all the way up to engineering and computer labs where adults and children alike can make complicated and amazing things. So, the benefits of makerspaces for youth populations are they provide hands on learning experience and critical thinking skills that might not be available to those students depending on where they live and what they have access to. It's also a good place to start kids thinking about the future and if they would ever consider a career in the STEM fields, so the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math, and also just living in the 21st century. Skills that are learned in maker spaces are always going to be helpful because the world is ever changing and it's important to have experiences where you can learn and grow in a safe space. And it also encourages students and people like to use their brains in ways they might not always get a chance to. So, maker spaces are a great way to incorporate any and all learning standards, really, especially STEM ones. But it's also a great chance to get cross curricular. So, maker spaces in a library are a great way to incorporate STEM um, STEM learning standards with the English language arts and reading standards that you might not always think to combine. So for my project, I decided to do the cross curricular approach. I based it off of this book called The Most Magnificent Thing by Ashley Spires. In it, a girl is given a toolkit as a gift from her mother, and she is tasked with solving a problem with an invention. So I decided to go a little silly just because this is a book for primary children, so children from pre-K to first or second grade. And the sillier you are with them, the more creative and whimsical you allow things to be. Typically, the more fun children have with it. So I decided my problem was I don't like how I can't ever see the moon bright enough or well enough and how I can only see it at nighttime. So I decided to create an invention called the moon viewer. I literally just made it out of old recycled materials, so a toilet paper roll, a hair tie, a piece of paper, and some markers, and I decorated it, cut out a moon, and if you hold it up to the light, voila, you can see the moon at any time that you want to. And I also discovered that if you hold it at a certain angle, it shines the moon into the paper towel roll, so you really can see the moon at any point. This would also be a good STEM lesson if you find a book for cycles of the moon. So you can also do it like that, but that's getting off topic. But here are some pictures of my project. Here's me using my moon viewer, and here's what it looks like if you look inside of it. And that is pretty much all I got for you. The nice thing about makerspaces is the more broad you leave it, the more whimsical and creative children are allowed to be. So it's a nice thing. This wasn't expensive at all. I used stuff I already had around my house. So if you want to get technical, it's the cost of toilet paper and pens and a pair of scissors and paper and a hair tie. But I literally spent nothing on this. If you need it for your classroom, literally just put um, scraps of paper, crayons, stuff that's already there, and let children do what they do best and be creative and use their imagination. So, makerspaces are a really fun tool to let children thrive and be creative, and they're just really fun. So, I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and thanks for viewing.